All right, you wanted it, you got it. Marketing for deals for wholesaling, or just really any marketing in general. So let's just kind of demystify this whole type of thing. A lot of people, when they get into wholesaling or when they get into types of sales, they're good at sales, but they're not good at marketing. If you get good at marketing and you can find the deals, then you can keep your pipeline going and you can keep your business going. And that's really the key, is generating new business for any type of business. So I just want to kind of briefly touch on just what is marketing, how do we do it, how does it work, and kind of like demystify what it is. Because everybody's like, how do I find these deals? How do I, what do I do for direct mail? What do I do for Facebook ads? What do I do for this or that and the other? Well, just in general, you want to identify your prospect, okay? So in wholesaling, we want to have some type of distress or motivation that this person needs to sell a property quickly or relatively quickly. They have some type of issue with it, whether it be repairs, maybe they inherited the property, they don't need it, or maybe there's liens, excessive liens and back taxes, or any other kind of liens on the property. So you want to identify your prospect. That's the very first thing that you got to do, okay? So get more specific with who you're dealing with. Don't just say a person who's motivated. There's a difference between being motivated and being distressed. You really want somebody who's distressed, okay? And then you want to define what that is. What's their situation? How old are they? Where do they live? How long have they owned the property? Are they a landlord? Do they have bad tenants in the property? There's a lot of different factors that you can focus in on, and that way you can really target focus your marketing for that. The next thing you want to do is you want to get data. So once you've identified your prospect, you want to get the data as to who these people are, okay? So there's all different types of lists out there. There's different types of list sites. There's listsource.com, that's a very popular one. And there's all different types of websites that you can go to get this. But you want to get that data list, or at least start accumulating lists of data for the types of prospects that you're going to be marketing to. So for example, if you go to listsource.com, you can get very, very specific with who you're going to be targeting. You could target an absentee owner who is over the ages of 45, who has not lived in the state and has 50% or more equity on that property. That's how specific you can get on that type of thing. If you go down to the courthouse, you can get everybody in the entire county, typically where you're at, who's tax delinquent, who's 2 years or more tax delinquent, right? And that's not necessarily going to tell you how old they are or where they work or any of that stuff, but you do know that they're behind on the taxes, right? So that you want to get that kind of data, right? Then the next thing you want to do is you want to contact them. So this is, I think, what people focus on, is how do I contact this? But really you got to focus on steps 1 and 2 before you get to this, okay? But once you've got these two down, how do we contact them? Okay, so there's a lot of different ways. I mean, you see signs, billboard signs. You see the We Buy Ugly Houses billboard signs. You can do TV and radio ads if you got a big enough budget. You can do Facebook ads. You can do direct mail. You can do banded signs. You can do Google ads. You can door knock, okay? The point is, pick something and get good at it. It's all gonna cost either money or time and effort. That's the bottom line. There's no like, hey, what's the best list to do this? Hey, what's the best? Don't get me wrong, there are definitely different strategies that work better than the others, right? You can use ringless voicemail. You can do text blasts. There's all different types of things that work, but the point is you have to do it in bulk, right? When McDonald's came out, or if you open up a new restaurant in the area, you have to send out flyers, you have to mail people, you have to get on the Valpak thing so that people know about your taco stand that you set up, right? No one's gonna know about it unless you advertise to them. So it's the same thing. We buy houses. How do I buy? Start with your Facebook site. Start with your social media. I buy houses. Put that up there. Put that up in your back on your back. Whatever it's called, the thing on the billboard on your Facebook thing, the background. That's the easiest way to start. That way everybody knows, hey, You buy houses. If they want to sell their house, you're the one to go to, right? You're gonna start getting referrals. People are gonna start tagging you. People are gonna start DMing you. Hey, I met somebody, at a bar, and they want to sell their property quickly. Their grandmother died, they passed away, and they inherited the property. The house is, it hasn't been renovated in 50 years. They just need to get rid of it. Give them a call. Okay, great. That's like one of the easiest ways to do that. But keep in mind that if you're going to do this and do this long term, it's going to cost money, right? That's the bottom line. You see all these ads and things, any kind of commercial, or if you're looking through social media, you're going to see ads for whatever, whatever they pick up on your voice, or whatever you Google search or anything like that. All that stuff is targeting and retargeting to you. So you're going to have to do that. So you can get a list, and you can literally whittle it down to, you can get their name, the address of the property, their mailing address if it's different than the address of the property. You can get their phone numbers, their cell phone, you can get their landline, you can get their IP address, and you can get a list of their relatives if they passed away. And those are 5 or 6 different ways, 7 ways of contacting these people. So you can send them a letter, you can call them directly, you can go knock on their door. And all of that stuff, like if they're like, hey, this person sent me this letter this month, sent me a letter next month, they came and they knocked on my door because the tax sale's coming up in the following month. Yeah, maybe I better do something. Maybe I better sell this house quickly. So that's just, don't overcomplicate things. I think a lot of people think that marketing is this big complicated thing, or there's like a golden nugget to do it. The thing is, you got to do it. You have to do it consistently, and it's going to cost time, effort, and money, or at least a lot of effort. So how do you go about doing this if you don't have a lot of money, right? You're going to have to put in a lot of effort. You're going to have to put in that muscle. You're going to have to go door knocking. You're going to have to make a lot of posts on social media. All that stuff is free. It just costs you your time. Once you start getting deals, and once you start getting to another level, then you can reinvest that money to whatever whatever type of marketing you want to that you think is going to work the best, right? So if you want to spend $15,000 a month on direct mail, and that works for you, then do that, right? If you don't have $15,000 a month, maybe you can spend $2,000 a month, right? It's going to cost you probably a couple grand in marketing costs just to get one lead that's actually going to close, right? So you should probably get somewhere around, if you spend maybe $2,500 a month on marketing, you can probably you can send that out to several thousand people. Maybe several hundred are going to open up the mail or see that contact, whether maybe it's on social media. And then of that, you're going to get maybe 30 to 50 that are going to contact you. And then of that, you can whittle that down to maybe 10 people who actually can get in front of and go see their property or give them an offer on. And then of that 10, you'll get one deal, right? So that's kind of like a basic number, a basic funnel as to how that's going to set up. So I hope this helps some people out. If you have any questions, how do you do your marketing? I mean, what are you doing? Are you, are you spending a lot of money on marketing, or have you mastered a way of just getting everybody to do referrals for you? So please comment, like, share, ask questions below. If you have any other questions about this, please give me just post them in the comments, and I'll be making some more videos about this. All right. Also, at some point, I am going to be making some type of either course or some type of thing where if you want to learn more about specifically how to market, who to market to, what to say specifically, because I can't go into every detail in a 10-minute video. There's just more to it than that. This is just like a broad overview. I am going to be getting into more specifics. If you do want to know more about that, just hit me up for a DM. All right? Have a great day.